Generals, gentlemen.
Oh, guys, welcome back to the Generals Gentlemen stream at OMG in Perth. On the left-hand side, we have Bionic, with Elise in the jungle, played by Tripid. Negatron as the support, Leona. Medium as the ADC, Caitlyn. Oracles in the mid lane on Ziggs, and Conquer in the top lane on Renekton. Over to the red team now, we have Second Wind, Fak in the jungle and Lee Sin. Nin in the mid lane on that ever-so-banned Kassadin. Topples as the Dragon, Shyvana in the top lane. Zilda as the Fallen Angel, Morgana in the bottom lane, and Wine as the Marksman on Jinx.
This is the round of 16 here, so we're still not far into this tournament.
Very early.
And we should see a pretty even game. I believe most of these players are both Platinum, so...
Majority.
The majority of which, yeah. So we should see a pretty even game, hopefully, as our last game but between our two teams, it was a pretty one-sided bash. So let's...
It was?
Yeah, it was.
11-3.
It was.
23-3.
So I'm looking forward to some awesome plays here as we are now forming our line of scrimmage here. Bionic definitely not going to let any invades happen. Morgana placing very aggressively. They're getting that ward down.
Yeah, they want to see if... I believe that's just a normal trinket ward. Yes, it is. They want to know if they're going to that red buff or the blue buff. If they're not the red, they're the blue. Common sense there, but Kassadin started off with a Crystalline Flask in the mid lane, looking to really surpass and survive that level 6. He knows he's going to get poked by that Ziggs. But one thing I do find really interesting is Leona actually taking the coin over actually any other item. I would not pick the coin as an item for Leona. I just don't understand that. She doesn't really need a lot of mana regen. The gold back is quite nice, as well as the heals whenever a minion dies. I think it's 5.
Yeah, but generally you see Leona go for the Doran's shield to give her that tankiness, just to really survive a lot of harassment and pressure. And speaking of harassment and pressure, look at that top lane that you were mentioning. Renekton really bullying Topples, already on about half HP, having to go through the pot. Double Doran's blade onto us top laner, so we'll have a fair bit of sustain with those auto attacks.
Yeah, I think Renekton in this circumstance is going to be so much more stronger. His level 2's coming up very shortly. He's just burned his Fury. If he gets that Cull of the Meek, Ruthless Predator on the 50 Fury, it's just going to completely stop Shyvana's. Wow, Nin getting poked down very low right now against Oracles. He can't do a good job. Topple's just getting pushed straight away from the minion wave, even though he landed the flame onto Renekton there.
Nin's got to be happy about the Crystalline Flask and the 2 health pots, really needing the sustain in the lane. Oracle's having Doran's Ring for some more mana regen to constantly throw down those bouncing bombs, but guess what? Looks as though Fak moving in for a gank on top, double buffed up and ready to go, but we'll back away for now, actually, deciding not to go for the gank just yet, getting the Wraith Camp first.
Get that little bit of gold. He doesn't want to go on there too early and just make the most out of his jungle that way, but it's every lane of Bionic is just pushed so hard against Second Wind, but it's a lot of pressure in the mid lane as a Kassadin trying to survive past that level 6, especially since now he got poked down under quarter health at level 1. He's came back a fair amount though.
Yeah, the Kassadin won't be able to roam, and that's really what the Kassadin wants, is to have enough lane presence to be able to leave the lane and make some plays happen in those extra lanes, combined with the jungler. But Fak's moving up to the top lane. The Tri-Brush is warded here for Bionic, so Conquer, he knows what's up. He sees the ganks coming, and he's moving away from it. He doesn't want to get caught by the Lee Sin slows in the bottom lane. Medium's getting quite low, but so is Wine, almost getting taken out there in the process, and Conquer just backs away, no problems at all.
No, Conquer does not want to stuff this early game up. He just move back. He might even bait it out. Elise quite close right now. So it'd be nice if Elise comes to the gank and then Elise is just there to meet him and smash that blind monk into the ground.
Oracle's quite low on mana, won't be able to do a lot more harassment, but also the fact that now he can't use his satchel and his mines defensively, which would be very, very crucial if Fak moves in for a gank. But Trepid in the top lane with a red buff as well. There is the Ignite onto Topples, has to flash away. Conquer being a little bit too greedy, a little bit too early, not allowing Trepid to get there in time.
Conquer's just smashing this top lane right now. He's just got that really early game advantage, and he's just completely snowballed it into where he is now. She's got backed off. This is a lot of free gold in the top lane, a lot of free poke, and he's going to miss out on a lot of farm.
Pushing that tower down a fair bit there, but deciding actually to go for the minions instead. So Fak now, he has to camp that top lane because Topple's quite far behind.
Yeah, Topples is, but I believe it needs a lot more support in the middle lane against Nin, because Oracles is so low, he has no escape, and Nin has a fair amount of mana right now, nearly about hit level 6. It seems like a prime target for a gank. Tripid doing some counter jungling there, taking his wraiths.
In fact, does get hit by the cocoon, but no follow-up there for an engage of any kind.
No.
But in the bottom lane here, we do see double Doran's Blade from medium. Interesting choice. You generally see that Caitlyn go straight for the BF sword for the Bloodthirster.
They tried to back earlier, and she didn't really have enough to get the longsword. It's just more beneficial to get that Doran Blade over the longsword, especially since the Jinx is coming back also with a longsword. But Morgana's actually picked up her upgraded the claim, Frostwing claim, Frost Fang. Just get that more harass down. It's 15 extra damage on top of her autos. She has a really good harassment in the bot lane. If she can get that onto Caitlyn, it's going to spell a bit of trouble for the Bionic. Bionic's 80 marksman at least.
Back moving into the race, Oracles and Intrepid are nearby, and we'll throw a bomb in return. A very aggressive ward here for Shyvana, throwing that one down. Interesting placement though. You're surprised to see it, normally on the blue, so they can go for the blue invade. Yep. But for now, going to leave that one as Topple's in the top, still behind on CS, about 10 CS down of the Renekton of Conquer. So the game is slowing down just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but look at this. Nin in the top lane is actually above in CS over the Ziggs. Despite being that far pushed back in the early game, Nin has overtaken in the CS and gone straight for the Catalyst or the Protector.
That's a great job. He just wants that more survivability. He really wants to scale into that late game. Medium getting poked pretty hard right now. Tripper just waiting on the side. Oh, flash!
Flashes for the repel and a Zenith Blade. Fantastic Dark Shield there. Will back away and not get caught by the stun of Leona in the top lane. Topple's battling out with Conquer. A level 6 onto both of our top lanes. Trevor moving back in. Flame Trumper slowing him down for now. Wine is barried out of trouble. And Sonic Wave going back and picks up our first blood onto our Elise there. Now Medium so low. Negatron gets caught by the Dark Binding. There's a Mega Bomb. Will it land though? No, Wine survives that one. Medium still there. Going back in for a kill. The trap lands the kill despite the Black Shield there indeed, but here comes Oracle's flashes over the Dark Binding, and Fax running for his life, but Zildar is left to die. No chance at all. Canyon minions as well will help finish him off, but here comes Nin for the rotate. This is one hell of a team fight. Medium takes down Zildar, and now Nin wants to get the last Rift Walk, but Medium will not drop. Nin backs away alongside Fac.
No, they all backed off then. I thought there was going to be something really interesting at the blue buff since Shyvana got that really deep ward before the blue actually spawned, but there was a lot of action in that bot lane then. 2 for 2. Lee Sin picking up the first blood for his team. Great job there. That was a good counter gank from Factor.
Both the jungles and both the mid laners rotated. Everyone went to that bottom lane. The tower hasn't been pushed that much. Medium has to recall out of mana and has 1.4 thousand cash in the bank, so probably will be able to get the BF sword, I believe.
Against the Jinx?
Going for the boots, actually. So Medium will have a boost, but not the BF sword, unfortunately. Very, very important having the power spike that the BF sword does actually give you.
Especially against a Jinx in that early game, and Caitlyn just absolutely outranges her. There's 2 kills going to the marksman of Bionic and 2 kills going to the jungler of Second Wind. So he picked up the Elder Lizard, and spelling a bit more damage for him, but I don't know how Lee Sins really go with Elder Lizard. I've not seen them. I usually see the golems coming out, more of the tankiness. I think there might be a bit more of the early, maybe split push, duelist Lee Sin we might be seeing coming out from Fac here.
Wine has the Vamp Scepter, so we'll have a fair bit more sustain in the lane. But also, look at that, a Vamp Scepter from Caitlyn.
Matches there,
so
right there.
Must have sitting around waiting for the gold. It did take her quite a while. So ultimates are available for both of our marksmen here, Zildar, of Wine rather, and of course Medium, but our supports not yet. They're pretty close, and those ultimates have such a big impact in those early trades. The Soul Shackles and the Solar Flare were able to make those plays happen. Medium does dodge the Dark Binding.
Yeah, just walk straight to that rush. Didn't have to do really much there. It's quite an easy projectile to dodge. Tripper just waiting on the side there, but in the top lane, it's quite a difference in CS there. It's 12. It's the only lane where there's quite a big impact, as well as the item differentiation. Even though Shyvana was behind that entire time, she chose to pick up more damage than tankiness. And you watch Conquer completely out-trade her right now.
This is the reverse of what you normally see. We have Renekton going for the Sunfire Cape, and topples on the Shyvana. I'm not even sure what that's going for.
I think she just wants the actual auto attack kind of healings. She may have no lifesteal in her runes page, so by getting the Doran Blades, by getting the Vamp Scepter, she may be able to out-trade with Renekton right now. Ooh, getting poked so low. Dragon's Descent is available, but does not use it right now.
To me, that seems like a really odd item choice, is to go for that. You always see Shyvana go for that, but Vine gets caught hardcore. A lot of bursts being taken down very, very fast, and there's the Mega Bomb just to add insult to injury. Zildar getting very, very low and is caught by this snare, and will drop to the Pillar of a Peacemaker. An absolute romp in the bottom lane. 4 members of Bionic here, and will absolutely powerhouse through this bottom outer turret.
That was a great rotate. Even though that bomb didn't do much damage to champions, it completely annihilated that minion wave, and they got that quick turret on the low armor bot lane turret.
Looks as though they're going to rotate for the dragon. This will be an easy dragon here for Bionic. Fak is nearby with the smite on cooldown, so won't be able to go for the Dragon Steel had he actually decided to do so. This is a decisive victory here. 2 kills tower and a dragon. Bionic looking pretty well.
Conker roaming to the mid lane right now. Nin, just backing off, has the blue buff.
Interesting seeing Conker moving out of the top lane because it will allow Topples to get some CS. We'll recall now with 850 gold in the bank. What will she return with? A Bilgewater Cutlass, so going for the Blade of the Ruined King.
Look at that self-peel, maybe a slow. If that Renekton keeps building a lot more health and a lot more tanking, that would be quite devastating for him.
Bionic having to back away from the tower. Look at the Solar Flare. Getting them down quite low there indeed, but look, Bionic running for the life. Medium barely survives the Dark Binding. And we do have our red team here, Second Wind, trying to push through that one. Going for the dragon, but it was, of course, taken.
Yeah, just clearing out some wards, getting some, also some counter wards into Bionic's jungle there. Second Wind trying to just scrape something out of this. There's no point Shyvana going straight up to the top lane just right now. Renekton's making his way up there, and she will go up to defend it, and she's been spotted out by the ward in the River Brush.
Topples moving back into the lane. Conker is still only on his Chain Vest and Giant's Belt, so no Sunfire Cape just yet, but even then I still think that he could out-trade the Shyvana. Bilgewater Cutlass will be nice for an engage, but there's just so much more survivability that Renekton does have with his items and on his kit. Does have the Fury stacks available for the lifesteal of Culver Meek if he so desires.
Nah, he'll be backing off immediately right now. Fact just spotted out by 2 wards then.
Lands the Sonic Wave, and we'll get the Cripple Slow. Very, very important. This may be a dead Renekton up here. Dragon's Ascent for the dive, but flashes away. Sonic Wave connected. That is so crucial. Red buff ticking, but not for the kill. There comes Trepid. Wants to get the dive onto Fak. Very, very low. Flame Breath trying to low him down. Trepid gets it in the end with a Neurotoxin. Trepid now running for his life. Topples looking quite strong. Gets the Cocoon for the snare, but will it be enough? Nope. Topples picks him up.
2 flashes burnt from top lane and Tripid there. Sorry, Shyvana and Tripid there. But it was totally worth it. They got a kill out of it each. Shyvana lived and pushes the top lane down. Oracle's getting hit with that Dark Binding. Fair amount of harass on him. Half health, putting him under half health.
Fantastic shield there from Zildar. Had the Satchel Charge connected, that could have blown Zildar back into Bionic and allowed them to get the kill. Oracle's burned his flash.
Bit preempt there.
But now Zildar going in for an engagement, does have the Soul Shackles available, and there is Nin for a lot of damage. He gets knocked away by the Satchel. Deathstalker claiming a kill in the end. Negatron getting very, very low, and there's the Soul Shackles, but does not connect because of the flash from Negatron. But Bionic all running away. They may push down this turret.
So Nin got the shutdown then onto medium. That's an extra 500 gold going to Kassadin. That you don't want that. He can snowball quite hard from that. He's picked up the Rod of Ages. There's a bit more tankiness coming out. A lot more sustain from his... He's still got his Crystalline Flask. So if he continues this and continues to keep up with Oracle's farm, he can really carry Second Wind for a win.
Yeah, Second Wind actually going quite well. Now, Trepid may even be dived. Nin's going in very, very deep. Not a lot of mana for Oracles, but Trepid going in with the Repel will keep him in the air for now. Oracle survives this one, and Trepid has ace in the hole going on to Nin, but won't secure the kill. And Mega Bomb may, though. Mega Bomb doesn't pick them up. So low and so close. Second Wind living to see another day for now in that mid lane.
Yeah, Kassadin didn't take Ignite or Barrier. He took Teleport in this engagement. Conker actually gets harassed on quite hard by Topless and out-trading completely, even though he has the Sunfire complete.
Yes, Sunfire Cape and the Dominance. There's a lot of passive damage around him. Topless with Dragon's Ascent May go for a dive. Not a lot of minions, though. Gets the stun under the tower, though. A couple of tower shots are going forward, but not able to do a lot of damage. In the bottom lane, BF sword completed onto medium.
Both marksmen of either team, we got a BF sword on them. Looks like they're going straight for the Bloodthirster as their first item. Nomad's Medallion getting finished off for Leona, and looks as if she's going for the rally. It's a standard pickup. But a Sightstone's not picked up yet, but Morgana does have that early Sightstone with the Dawn Ring, so just look for a little sight, vision, control, and a lot more damage coming out.
Nin on the Kassadin actually has the Rod of Ages. That's an item that you really don't see a lot. You see it a lot on Swain, for example, but I like it on the Kassadin because on Kassadin, it means that he can play really aggressively with his Rift Walk. He can Rift Walk onto the squishy, onto the backline, medium, oracles, and then just do the burst, get the assassinates. Had Nin gone for like a glass cannon play, gone straight for the death cap, it means that he couldn't be that aggressive. So they could definitely pay off here, especially with the flask, but we'll get caught by the repel. Solar Flare as well, so very, very aggressive. Black Shield, but not in time. Nin Rift walks away over the wall, but onto medium, but so much burst from Nin. Mega Bomb going in and will secure the kill with the help of the auto attacks of medium.
I didn't know if the Dark Shield was down there. Yeah, the Black Shield was down there, and it would have been very helpful on Nin there, but unfortunately...
It didn't go in onto the Solar Flare, so it wasn't in time.
Yep, it wasn't, unfortunately. Quick pickup of Kassadin there from medium, and that's going to put him a bit more further behind.
Dragon is spawning in 30 seconds, so we may see the Dragon be contested here by Bionic and second win. 30 minutes on the clock. Bionic, of course, getting the first Dragon. So for now, they're on a 1k gold lead. 17 minutes on the clock, but looks as though second win are actually recalling at the same time. So Bionic, so not exactly the best timing for the recalls, but it means they will have those extra items for that Dragon fight if they go for it straight now, which I would like to see them
full health, full mana, full items. They want that. They really want to win this fight. There's a lot of vision coming out from Bionic around that Dragon. You can see Leona dropping a lot of wards into the jungle of second win there, and they've started. Bionic started the Dragon, even though there's no vision of second win. Second win coming in just with the zap, but unfortunately not be able to steal it. It's one of those choppers, so they can't exit that and looking for a fight at the Dragon.
That's a free Dragon, but may lose their life in the process. Nin does drop Tripper. There's a Soul Shackles as well. Conquer being very, very deep, getting a lot of damage on Wine. Will drop alongside Nin. Here comes Oracle's medium to reinforce. Negatron gets quite low. Back on the chase. Solar Flare connects and gets the killing blows. Dildo running through the mines and an auto attack there with the empowered damage. Medium gets the damage with the red buff for the slows. Mega Bomb as well. The Mega Bomb is always there and always getting those snipes.
It's great. He has the Athenes now. It's a 20% cooldown. That Mega Bomb is going to be in a very short duration when it's unavailable. So a lot of map control coming out from Oracles with that Mega Bomb. But Shyvana did not take part in that Dragon at all, pushing that top lane back. And Conquer, Oracles, Negatron looking to take their inner turret, middle inner turret of the game.
Topples did sort of catch up in CS because of that split push, but it just was not worth it. Given how much kills and the Dragon Bionic got, that's really the gold that they want to find. Not able to get down the middle inner turret, but getting to about half HP.
Shyvana's, Topples only has 1 kill, while Renekton also has 1, but 4 assists. He's been there for a lot of engagements at the Dragon, as you saw just earlier. He got some kills, he got some assists. That's a lot of gold going to him for that, and he's picking up the Cal as well as the Kendall gem, so he's looking for that sustain, that kind of poke, disengage, and then re-engage after the heals have came back in. But nothing too out of the ordinary coming out for either teams.
Bloodthirst is finished onto both of our marksmen, so we'll have definitely a path like, and there's a Mega Bomb again. It's such a low cooldown. It's about 70 seconds at the moment.
Seems shorter. It seems shorter.
Yeah, it's giving him a lot of extra CS. Not only the CS he's getting from those snipes, but it keeps the towers alive if there's a big minion push. It's really good as well for those engagements. If someone's trying to run away, you catch them down. So the Ziggs is actually playing very well, but unfortunately, the Kassadin has 3 kills. That's sort of what they want to avoid, is giving the Kassadin those kills. Otherwise, she will snowball into these team fights here and these engagements. But Negatron getting caught quite low in the very, very bad place. Does it burst it out pretty damn fast? The Solar Flare being burned as well. May survive this one. She survived somehow, Satchel and the mines, just to ensure that Mega Bomb went in wanting to get the assassinate, but it was tanked by some member, but there is the Dragon sent onto top with Negatron getting focused. Flame Breath not able to secure the kill, but the Ignite will.
Topple's getting an easy kill onto Leona then. That's goodbye Sun, but as you said, 3 kills on Cassidy, pretty good, but we can't forget about the 6 kill into medium right now. She has a lot of gold resting on her, especially into that early game. Nearly 2k ahead of her fellow marksman.
That's actually the most gold in the game, just over 7,000. So that's really nice to see Caitlyn getting those early kills, because Caitlyn isn't exactly the strongest early game or the mid gamer compared to, say, Jinx or Lucian. So getting those early kills is fantastic, allowing her to make use of her long range auto attacks into those engagements there. So going for the Zeal looks as though we'll be building into the Phantom Dance. So excellent choice for the movement speed and the attack speed.
Well, it's like a pickaxe and Zeal above Jinx Wine right now, so that's a more sieging potential, it's more damage, that's more auto attacks per second at a longer range with more damage than Jinx can deal at. So it's more DPS. Jinx hasn't got a kill this entire game, unfortunately, but it's good that Cassidy's got some.
Interesting itemization here by Topples. Got the Build Water Cutlass, but didn't finish it to the Blade of the Ruined King, but rather now going for the Sunfire Cape. So considering that she really needed the survivability against the Renekton of Conquer, I do like that choice.
I think she also wanted a bit more like CC, kind of like self-peel, in case Renekton was bullying her down, and using that Cutlass to slow him down and just either drag Nascent away or just increase her movement speed with the burnout and run away. And Zilla clearing out some wards. It's very beneficial to get rid of those blue wards behind your red lizard pit. So you don't want that. Topples, very aggressive, so fast.
Looking for a team fight here. The Solar Flare onto Zilda, not the best choice there. Want to find those squishies in the back. Nin gets bursted pretty hardcore. The repel into the air. Mega Bomb goes in, doesn't land on any of the champions, but again, the minions gone may allow a tower dive. Trepid getting very, very low. Conker going in with a Dominus and does drop fact with the help of Negatron. Nice victory there for Bionic, and may just push down this turret.
Conker's looking really beefy right now. He's got a lot of damage coming out from his abilities. He can just survive all day. As long as he has that Dominus on with the Sunfire and his presence, he just shreds. So Bionic getting their first inner turret of the game and continuing to push this middle lane. Tripid very low right now. Flash is coming out.
They get taken out by Topples. Barely survives. Repels into the air. Playing a risky game by all means, but nice Flame Breath. Picks it up preemptively. And we do have a lot of minions pushing down at the top lane here for second wave. But pretty good so far for Bionic. Dragon again spawning in 50 seconds. Unfortunately, the Mega Bomb not available just yet to clear out those minions. That really is what the Mega Bomb is nice for, is denying those sort of minion pushes on the side while you're pushing down a certain lane.
Yeah, it just takes away that pressure of the side waves when you can really focus on other waves. Like, you can see the top lane's pushed for the red while on blue, the bot lane's pushed for them. So it's great how it's not so one-sided right now. There's still opportunities for second win to get back in this. There's the Cassidon, there's the Shyvana. They scale so well into that late game, as well as Jinx. More items she gets, more power she gets, but she's really getting curb stomped because of mediums just out of control.
Yeah, medium is just doing so much damage, not only in the team fights, but also those tower pushes, which is what they're definitely ahead on. Bionic having 4 towers and only 1 tower for second win, so that's definitely going well in their favor, and will position for this Dragon as Conker split pushes the top lane. That is fantastic. That is exactly what you want to do. You want to draw away at least 2 of the enemy team, which they are doing. They're pulling all of them. They're going very, very deep onto Conker, but he recalls away while the rest of the team gets the Dragon. Yeah, fantastic play.
While this happens over here, this occurs over here. It's a magician's trick. Cloak and Dagger, I believe. But what was I about to talk about? It was Morgana and her ninja tabbies. Why did ninja? She got the ninja tabbies.
Cloak and Dagger was actually an old item that they removed. It was a tenacity item.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, so I don't know if that was a pun that you were trying to make.
It is now.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's unintentional, but the best kind always are. Topless running through a ward, and the red buff is warded, so very, very good ward control for Bionic. They have vision on all of the buffs, so when those buffs respawn, they may just go very deep and invade those buffs.
Yeah, no doubt. They just want to continue this mid push of like of Bionic. They want to stay in this mid lane. They're not throwing out pressure to get these side turrets. They may just continue the mid push, and slowly that top lane will push because there's more minions there than red. If they stay in this mid lane long enough, that Shyvana's still just waiting around the side there. Topless may engage disengage on this.
She wants to get the squishes with a Dragon Scent Talisman for the disengage. Toppler's doing a lot of damage. Solar Flare missed its mark. Death Rocket picks up Oracle. Bionic running for their lives. Conker gets caught and absolutely bursted down despite his tanking as Nin on the chase, getting damage after damage. All of them are dropping. Negatron gets hit by the Sonic Wave, and that is an ace for second win, romping through the fight. 5 kills for 0. Triple kill for our Caston, going straight for the Baron.
That's an easy Baron
A
right now.
huge victory here for second win. Fantastic plays.
Yeah, they'll win that.
Bionic sticking around just for that little bit too long.
That was great. It was well executed there. It was just Topless came in at the correct time. Even though they used a talisman to disengage, it was not enough. And Oracle's getting caught out. The Mega Death Rocket coming in, securing the kill under him. Cassidon coming in, taking out 3 people. There's a lot of gold right on him. And now second win have Baron buff. They're looking very powerful right now. They can really like take control of this map. If they clear out the wards of Bionic, they can secure this game. It's not over yet.
Nin has 3k in the bank, so we'll probably return to the next team fight with a Rabbidan's Death Cap. That's going to give him a lot of extra damage on top of the tankiness of the Rod of Ages, and that's what I was mentioning earlier. The Rod of Ages allows Nin to just be so aggressive and dive so hard onto the back lines alongside Topples on the Shyvana. So has the Merc Treads, I like that because that will lower the timers on the CC, such as the Cocoon, the Solar Flare, Shield of the Daybreak.
Should just be like a meat shield in front of everyone, taking all the CC, and it not even lasting that long on her. And that's good because she can still get around the fight, she can still attack people, and the rest of her team will not be held down because of that.
But even then, the damage that she has to offer with the Flame Breath, Dragon's Descent, Burnout, it's a fair bit and enough to actually make Medium have to get zoned out and disposition. But Medium's still going to have a lot of damage with the Last Whisper and the Zeal. So deciding not to go for the Phantom Dancer just yet, but having the Zeal early is nice because, again, of that extra speed across the board here. So Medium does need to make sure she's peeling pretty safely in the back, and Leona needs to keep her alive.
That's a nice Cocoon there, landing on Zilda. Unfortunately, no follow-up. Piltover just hitting Fack, but I'm not sure if Second Wind are using their Baron pressure to the best now. They're only pushing the mid lane when Bionic have a really good wave clear and can turtle extremely well. I feel as if they should be doing some like bot lane pressure, multiple pressure on the map, but it does not matter. It seems like it's working for them, and they're going to get that turret and possibly engage.
It will drop there. That's going to be nice. The outer bottom turret is still ready for the tanking. That may be their next objective. Very, very easy to secure. And I do like now how the ward coverage has gone over to Second Win. They're overtaking the vision control, which is always just so important for those buffs.
They've held Bionic in their jungle, and Bionic has not had an opportunity to spread out and ward up Second Wind's jungle, or even in the river, let alone that. So Second Wind now taking control of the red buff and the bottom side jungle. They're still all grouping up in the mid lane, and someone has to answer for that giant minion wave up top, and it seems like it will be Ziggs. Blade of the Ruin King coming out for the dragon. If you thought Topples was scary, wait till you meet the Bork.
Especially with the red buff as well. If she jumps in with Dragon's Ascent, she's going to just have a lot of slows onto medium. Blade of the Ruin King active and the red buff.
Twin Bite, activating it twice as well.
Does that slow as well?
No, Twin Bite activates the Blade of the Ruin King's passive.
Oh, of course. So even more slows. But Bionic, they're answering this one in a very bold move, going straight down the front door. They're going to take that one down,
I think they'll get it.
And Second Win are back away. Topple's going in fourth engage. Zilda off to the side. Interesting positioning. There's a Talisman caught in a weird place. Oracle's is quite low. Topple's backs away with the Black Shield, but Nin going for a split push, pushing it down hardcore with those minions. And Bionic have to retreat. They're backing away. That's not going to pay off because they will lose this tower. There is a Mega Bomb. Nice minion clearing. Nin taking a bit of damage, but not a whole bunch. Getting that tower definitely paying off for Second Wind.
Here comes out his teleport, sneaky as. That's great. He just disengaged out of there, and Bionic had no chance to answer for that split push of Nin. So that teleport, first time he's used it, came in handy a lot. Duck Bunny missing everyone there.
It will allow him to teleport onto these lanes, so he could say pressure the top lane, but then with the mobility of Rift Walk, he can just join those team fights if he needs to, with not much of a delay.
A lot of map presence coming out from him.
Exactly. So now Topless taking the next red buff. may give it to someone else. Don't need the red buff twice, but it is on about 2/3 of its timer at least. So Dragon is alive and ready for the taking. And Topless took the red buff again.
I would have taken it.
Yeah.
If you're on no deaths, you'd be feeling great right now, and you'd be like, I got Blade the wrong king.
It's definitely the most important target for the diving and the slow. So Bionic going for the Dragon, a good choice, but here comes second wave moving in to take this one away from them. It looks as though they may steal this one. They're walking away from it. They don't want to give them the ace, so they will give them the Dragon as a tribute and a sign of goodwill. But Conker gets caught by the Zap and the Dark Binding. There's a Solar Flows on the back lines. Deep diving here from Second Wind. Look at the romping here. Bionic are getting slaughtered. Oracles will be next. Only medium left, but Ninjas has so much damage, and that is another ace here for second wave. Nin getting another triple. So much damage. Such fantastic team fighting with the Rabbiden's death cap.
I think Castle needs another nerf. It's so strong. He's got 9 kills now. He's balling out of control, and this stoppage is going to be hard to suppress. The Bionic are going to feel a lot of pressure shortly coming out.
What's going wrong in these team fights for Bionic?
They're underestimating Topless's power, and just they're getting pressured off it. And as they try to re-engage, as anyone gets caught by the Dark Binding, or if someone actually starts to fight Topples, she gets Morgana also initiates. There could have been a flash over the wall at the Dragon Pit, and there could have been a Soul Shackles coming out. There's so much area denial coming out from
the inhib barely gets taken out by the Casamine. Bionic on the chase now. Faz taking up, Vac rather taking up the bomb with the shield, so won't get caught this time around. But Topless doing some very, very aggressive minions. Dildal's getting quite low. Solar Flare may secure the kill if it lands after that ace in the hole. So backing away, nice timing, getting the inhib and the Dragon and an ace. They're about 10k gold now above Bionic, so definitely playing this one well despite a pretty sour early game. Topless going for the blue steal. It does get it in the end, but Prep is on the chase.
Yeah, Dragon sent over the wall, having to fight a medium. This is a very low health Topples. Oh, a flash getting burnt from medium there.
He juked over the Mega Bomb, but now Conker's on the chase, and so is medium. Solar Flare does not connect because of the flash. Topples burning off the Solar Flare is nice. The flash is not available for the next team fight, but having the Solar Flare means that there's going to be a lot less team fight potential from our blue team here, Bionic, if they decide to go for a team fight pretty soon. Going for the Baron will spawn in 15 seconds.
Yeah, if pretty much whoever gets this Baron can possibly pull the game back. If Bionic get it, they can go even with Second Wind, but if Second Wind take it, no, it's completely gone, and Bionic will not have any chance of holding this unless Second Wind do something extremely silly. Second Wind completely showing dominance over this. That bottom lane getting pressured from the super minions, so it's very hard for. Oh, they're actually going to go. Bionic's coming. They're actually coming to the Baron Pit right now.
Second Wind going for the Baron. Bionic looks as though they want to invade this one. Conker's going very deep here. Trepid off to the side. Not good positioning. They're all too split apart. Dominus being popped, and here comes Negatron. Solar Flare just now being available. Dark Soul Shackles will lock him down. Dildar does drop our Renekton. Trepid on the back. Wine gets another kill. Bionic out of position, throwing themselves away one at a time. Medium will drop here, and so does Trepid. Only Oracle's left, and he's going to get slowed down by the Zap. That Zap. That is going to be an ace here once again. Topples moving in for the damage. The Zap again. Triple kill here for Wine. The third ace in a row. Don't even need the Baron. They will hammer down the inhib and the Nexus. This will be GG. Minions pushing down the bottom Nexus turret. Fantastic game here for Second Wind. Bionic having a good early game, but Second Wind bringing it back.
So that turning point of Second Wind was when Bionic all pushed to the inhib turret, and Topples come from behind, dragging a sense into the team, while Zelda activates the Soul Shackles, and it was GG then.
Very, very good team fighting, a solid team comp here. Cassidy and Pick definitely paying off, snowballing well, and that'll wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Willie, Generals, gentlemen.